Question: what's the fastest, easiest, and most reliable way to guarantee your success in both your personal and professional life, even during times of uncertainty?
Well, the answer may surprise you.
Hi everybody, this is June. Welcome to Success Resources channels. And today, I'm not very sure where you are, but I'm from Malaysia right now. I can greet you good evening. If you're from Europe, I would like to greet you good morning. And if you say you're from other part of the world, maybe it's evening for you, or maybe it's midnight for you. But anyway, it's like we want to greet you, have a good Monday. So it's like today, I was going to introduce someone come up to our platforms. And but before I start this, I just want to make sure you guys can hear me. Okay, so my name is June. If you can type in 1, means that you can hear me. Can you type 1 in case that is like I can know that you can hear me before I bring my guest on? Okay, can someone please help me, please? So it's like, please help me. So it's like type 1 if that say you can hear me. Okay. Let me try ourselves. Yes, I got someone to reply me, type 1 already. So it's that if that say you want to have an engagement evening together with me and my guest, let's respond to our chat here, because we are looking into our chat and then we can respond to your question as well. And today we want to introduce you about a movement just started not very long ago for Success Resources members. So today, this evening, we bring a guest on board to tell you more about these platforms. Why? Because this platform have been inspired by him and Alex Mendozin to get started as a mothership of Success Resources. And of course, I am not a very good salesperson. And he is a very good salesperson to sell people idea why you have to do something. For example, he has successfully sold Success Resources the idea. Let's create a mothership for Success Resources. In this moment of times, let's do something for our Success Resources member. And he's a very kind man. And when I know him 2 months ago, I just realized that this guy is so humble. And he takes things very seriously. Even though I send him a simple message, he will take it very seriously and respond to my message with a very long explanations. Trust me, if you join this movement, he will take care of you just like that. And he is none other than Mark Bowness. Yeah. So let's put on.
You're making me laugh.
That Mark.
So what you're saying is I send you long-winded answers.
No, you send it, because it's like I just asked you a question because before we start the movement, I don't know whether you can recall. I have some doubt and I have some questions, and you have sold the idea about the movement, all this. And at that moment of time, I can remember Malaysia is still in the lockdown. You know, then I have another part of me in my deep inside me. I want to know how can I service my client at the moment of time. And Mark is the person that, and together with Alex, of course, Alex introduced Mark to me, and I have some questions. Then it's like, I just send you a very simple question and you take time to explain to me. Can you remember that?
I do remember that. I do. I was passionate. I wanted you to believe in it as much as I did.
Yeah. So it's like you sent me a very long message, of course, and I listened to it. And then I have a deep considerations. What can this help Success Resources? Because it's like at the moment of time, I believe that the live event is quite struggling for this year. And maybe will be next year too. So it's like we don't know the futures at this moment, but we all want to service our Success Resources members. The people trust in us, the people invest in us, the people believe that they can have a better life through educations. So that's why we start a movement, right?
Absolutely. And I think beyond that as well, June, yes, of course, because of the world that we're in right now, the events have kind of slowed down or even stopped. And maybe that's the case next year. But I think because of that, people are more hungry for this deeper level of connection, deeper level of commitment towards one another, and a deeper level of working together in order to achieve success. And that's exactly what the Succeed movement is all about. We talk in the Succeed movement about being a family, and we are a family. And I think my definition of success is to achieve in all areas of our lives together.
Yes.
So achieving in all areas of our lives together. And that's what the Succeed movement is all about. So I want to encourage as many people as possible to join the Succeed movement, because you're in the group. There's so much kind of fun connection. There's a lot of people engaging with one another from all over the world who have the same goal, which is to succeed in their career, family, relationships, money, spirituality. And we are on that journey together, which is really exciting.
Okay, why you think that it's like, first of all, it's like, let's bring back to history. Why you think that Success Resources need to start this movement?
That's a great question. So, of course, there's the live events, and we all love Success Resources live events all over the world. But beyond that, we go to events, and let's imagine that the coronavirus isn't an issue right now, and we go to events and we love the events and we get inspired by the events and we meet the most amazing people at these events. And there's something about events which is amazing in the moment, where it brings this change and transformation. And then we have to go back into our real lives and our real world. And there's nothing worse than kind of being in these incredible environments and inspiring speakers. And then we go back into our own worlds, and it's like you can't share with people around you how incredible that event was. But with Succeed movement, we are still all online together in this environment, and we can tell one another about our changes and transformations and breakthrough, and inspire one another and hold each other accountable. But more than that, within the Succeed movement, we are working towards some beautiful, exciting resources that will help people to bring change and transformation in their lives every single day at no or very little cost.
Yeah. So it's like, I can remember the first time we launched this Succeed movement. Okay, we only launched it with a very small group of people.
Yeah.
But surprisingly, the people that joined the movement, immediately they invite someone to join together with them.
Yes.
Because they can see that it's like the benefit they can get in the Succeed movement.
Absolutely.
Okay. So I can remember that it's like when we make announcement, if not mistaken, I can recall it correctly, because it's that evening is very special days. We have about 500 people in the Zoom. Okay,
yes.
So we make an announcement, we are going to start this movement. Guess what? With the 500 people we make announcement, immediately after next 1 hour, we have 700 people join. Okay, so it's like, this is without marketing. Why? People would join because the benefit of joining this movement. And why movement is important, like just now what you say. Okay, the people that join for personal education, they want to have certain transformation in their life. Yeah. The most important thing is the environment is stronger than their own will.
Yeah, beautiful.
Then when they join in the movement, they can see that the people joining in is different group of people that normally other group that have.
Yes.
What is the first thing they have to do when they join the Succeed movement?
Well, what we ask people to do is, when they join the movement, we ask them to introduce themselves. Yeah. And that really creates that element of family where we get to know one another. One of the questions I ask people to answer is, tell us a little bit about something about yourself that not many people know. So we're really sharing some interesting elements of our lives. And so we ask them to introduce themselves. We have what we call a unit section where we just share some of our content to help you, free resources to help you to improve your life. One of the things that you just mentioned, June, which I really, really love, is about the environment that you're in and the people that are around you. And being the Succeed movement in the Facebook group, it's really incredible that there's nobody. I don't know about the groups that you're in, but I've been in groups and Facebook pages, and there's people moaning about the pandemic and the impact and how bad our lives are, and how you don't get any of that in this group whatsoever. Like, we literally go to the group, we introduce ourselves, and then instantly we're like family that have never met one another before, because we're all brought together with that same bond of wanting to improve our lives. And that bond to change our lives can sometimes be greater than blood ties. Yeah, when you're so committed to achieve everything that you could possibly want to achieve with your life.
And last week, there's one meeting that we have together with Alex. And I think I have to admit that it's like for the past few weeks, I don't really active in the group. I'm observing how you do it, because it's like you create the environment is so engaging. Then it's like Alex say that, okay, as Success Resources members, this is your mothership. You should be participate. Then I start to look into what the members supposed to do, all this, and I want to be like one of the members. It's like I go through together with my son. Then I ask my son a question: how you define success? I asked him, because this is one of the assignment we have to do, right?
Yeah. How do you define
Ask us to
success?
share. Okay, how is like your current success? Okay, how you define your success?
Yeah.
It's like when I look at that, isn't it? I have a deep thought. Then it's like, even though it's in the very family casual meetings with my mother and my son on the breakfast table, I just asked I asked my son, how you define success? So my son is only 8 years old. Okay, he gave me a very interesting answer. Then I also asked my mom. My mom is like is a 60 years old 60 or 60 67 66 ladies. So it's like, I asked her, it's like, how you define success? So he gave me a different answer. So it's like, it's like in this kind of movement, isn't the content inside will help you to think in depth, because it's like you want to be part of it as a member to grow together. So you want to be known. So it's like, before I sharing, I have a deep thought. So it's like, for me, even though these questions have triggered me to think for past few days, I believe other members who is sharing, even though by simple sharing to other team members, they get the benefit out of it.
That's right. And we're all learning from each other, right? We've all got something to add, to give value. When I scroll through the comments and the posts and I'm reading, and like you, I go away and I'm left thinking about something that somebody said in the group that's just opened my mind in a unique and different way. And that's the power of community, because nobody has control or authority over wisdom and information and content to help us change our lives. So we all share that together. I would love to know, actually, those that are watching live or they're watching the replay, to comment below and let us know what success means to you. For some people, it's relationships. For some people, it's family or money. If you could summarize watching this, what success means for you, comment below and let us know, because we'd love to find out.
Yeah, we love to find. And another one thing, I think that some of the members that you are still watching it, I believe that it's like you want to know what is this movement about. If you're interested to know, okay, and you want to be invited to this movement, I will encourage you, share with your friends right now. Share with your friends right now.
Hit the share button.
Yeah, share the buttons and then hit it and share to people. Because it's like, I want to hit certain numbers for people viewing live, then we start to invite members. Is that okay, Mark?
Absolutely. Agreed. Absolutely agreed.
So right now I have a phone and I have Queen's Excellent Esther. Wow. Okay. So it's like they are watching us. Of course, there's other platform which I cannot, because it's like Success Resources, we have few platforms. So it's like we cross broadcast it to many places. Right now, what I'm watching right now is one of the platforms. I can see some of you, I can acknowledge you. But if they say you're watching us, please let us know and then share with your friends, because it's like once we hit certain numbers, we are going to share with you what is this movement. And I would like to bring you to be part of the families.
Absolutely. I said to Alex the other day, June, I was saying, imagine if we have people, irrespective of lockdown, if we have people in communities all over the world, like you said, this beautiful image of you and there's your mum and your child there, and inspiring each other. Imagine if in different communities all over the world, I'm here in Sydney and there's people in China, Singapore, Europe, London, Paris, that we're bringing these people together to focus on succeeding in their lives all over the world. Imagine the change that that can bring to the communities and the world that we live in right now. Is very much needed right now. And I believe that Success Resources can play a key role in bringing about change and transformation on the ground, in the streets, in the cities, at the breakfast tables, purely because of what we're building together online that then goes out into the local communities. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, it's like, because it's like when the movement started, then it's like some of my I would say Success Resources member, which is like I know them for a while, but I never really is like carefully have a chance to hear from them about their current situations. Through this movement, it's just like a family. So it's like people start to share, and they are not sharing negative things. They are sharing positive, even though for this very small message, I learned something from every members. I learned everything from the members that share. So it's like, I feel this is wonderful about this group, this community, because this community is dedicated to help people achieve success in every area of our life. Can you share some of the areas that we intend to help our Success Resources members through this success movement?
Absolutely. And it would be easy in lockdown to talk about the key areas in terms of career and money, and those are really, really important areas. But also, you know, there's important impacts with regards to relationships, whether it's marriage, whether it's your partner, whether it's relationship with your children, whether it's the relationship with yourself, even spirituality. So in the world that we're in now, we're very busy and there's so much to do and there's lots of overwhelm, and being connected with ourselves, the universe, one another, and exploring the world around us. So every single area that you can think of, whether it's love, whether it's connection, whether it's confidence, whether it's mindset, whether it's making sure that you decide on the future that you want for your life at this period of time. I hear so many people say, you know what, now I've had a break from my work and I've worked from home, maybe I don't want this job anymore. So this is a safe environment for us to explore. And it's really beautiful for us to explore why we are here and what we're here to do. I said to my audience this morning that we each, every single person on planet Earth has a unique fingerprint. And in the same way that we have a unique fingerprint, we each have a unique purpose. And if we can connect to that purpose, then it impacts our health, our relationships, our finances, our careers, everything in the most positive way. And that's what we want to help people in the Succeed movement do, the Succeed family, to define what success means for them in every area of their life that's important to them.
Okay, so it's like, because in the description of this group, is like it do mention that join our hosts Alex Mendoza and Mark Bowness. They will inspire us as a family to pursue success in 10 key areas of our life, including health, relationship, career, spiritual, and much more. So it's like, we'd like to share the first challenge that we are going to launch very soon.
Oh, you're asking me to give away some secrets, June?
Yeah, it's a secret. You don't tell everything, you know. Don't reveal everything. Just to entice them enough for them to join Succeed movement first. Because inside Succeed movement, beside this this challenge, I think it's that recently we launched free giveaway, right?
Yes.
Okay, but don't tell, we tell them one thing. We entice them coming to Succeed movement first. What would be our first challenge to them?
Okay, so, well, firstly, yes, you're right. We're about to launch tonight. So those that want to get involved with our competition, we're running a very special competition starting today, so that one individual can become a very influential person. So myself and Alex are launching that today in about 2 hours time here. Well, in an hour and a half here in Sydney. So that's, I don't know what time that is there, but it's 10 p.m. Sydney time here. What time's that there?
Oh, my part, yeah, my part. Let me check the times.
I
Because
don't
it's like
know.
I live in Malaysia, but I stay in the UK time zone. Right now, UK is 11:30. So if that's it,
Your time zones are all over the place.
because I work in the UK time zone, so that's
Yeah,
why it's like I need to switch. Weekend,
you too.
I know that it's like now it's 6:30. Yeah, 6:30 in the evening, dinner times. So it's like but it's like because working in the UK time zone environment, my
Yes.
computer time always show UK times.
Ah, makes sense. That makes sense. It must be very confusing. Are you permanently have jet lag?
My family have jet lag.
Do you
What is jet lag? What is jet lag?
have jet lag?
No jet lag.
So, you mentioned the challenge. We have a very exciting mission that we're about to launch. And as you say, I can't give too much away, but if we don't know what success means for us, then how can we achieve or work towards something if we don't have clarity on what that is? So we're going to be launching a very special mission that myself and Alex will be dedicating ourselves to helping people to define what success means for them. And during this lockdown period, and we're starting to think about what is the life that I want to live? What is the job? Do I really want to live in the city? Do I want to move to the beach? What legacy do I want to leave on planet Earth? We're having this really important mission where we're going to teach you and educate you around a framework that means by the end of the time together during that mission, you will have absolute clarity on what success means for you. Let's call it a blueprint for success.
Wow.
Exciting.
So it's like, it's like because it's like after that day discussion with my son said that because it's like he watched the Succeed movement. He watched inside, he scrolled together with me.
Yeah.
Then he invited me because he saw some of the members do videos to talk about what success means to them. Okay. And introduce themselves. Then my son said that why not we do it tonight at 8 o'clock? We do a live and then we share that it's like what success means to us. Okay. So is it interesting? So it's like we just like what we echo back is that what we always say in a Success Resources virtual event: family learn together, succeed together.
Succeed together. But it's true. And isn't that fascinating that that's a really important kind of conversation there, because again, in this world that we're in, and it's too easy to harp on about coronavirus, but there's a reality to it. And I was saying to my partner the other day that like we have a nephew and he's 4, and he doesn't really know what's going on. He knows that there's anxiety and they're scared in some way, and he knows that he's got to go out and wear a mask, but he doesn't know why, and he doesn't have the cognitive ability to understand. But it's easy to be around our children and to instill fear in them. But if we can have these conversations in this environment about success, and what does our future look like, and what do we want to contribute to the world, and we can put our children's mindsets in a positive, aspirational, inspirational place, that will supersede any negative anxiety that they feel. And we are in control of that with regards to how we educate our children. So in the Succeed family, that's what we want to teach and help to resource, to guide families in the right direction that will serve their children in the long term. I want to hear stories, June, and you're telling me now of, your son and the conversations, but I want to hear stories of in a few years' time, people say, you know what, my child during the whole coronavirus was in the Succeed movement, and this is how my child has now become, all because of what Success Resources did. That's what we want to achieve.
So it's like we already started this Success movement group. So it's like if no matter whether you hear here on live or replay, we want to invite you to join our movement together. Join the movement together. So it's like, can I invite my team members to type and then show at the below? It's above, right? So at the above, okay, the link, and type in the chat for you, so you can click the link to join us, because it's like you don't want to miss the first challenge that we are going to launch very soon. And
Yeah.
there is also a free giveaway to become a members, right?
Yes, absolutely. So when they hit to request to join the group. It's here on Facebook. So that's where we house our movement. So it's a platform that you all know. You simply have to answer 3 questions. And I encourage people to put their phone number in, June, because we've also built the movement on Telegram. And we're sharing exciting information on Telegram too. Plus, if you add your email, you'll get up to date with all the information that we are providing and sharing. So we're building out a regular weekly email where we remind you of the Facebook Lives that Alex did or I did, or the important content, so you won't miss out on anything.
Yeah, we don't want you to miss out anything, because this movement will be very powerful for Success Resources members. Because it's like, we know that it's like right now, everything go virtual at this moment of times. Okay.
Yes.
So it's like, I also understand that some people, because this is a new beginning. Okay. This pandemic actually is a new beginning. I'm not very sure. I'm sure that every part of the world is very familiar with this. Right.
Yes.
So it's like, it really gives us a new start of the life. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like sometimes when they're wearing these masks, and like, I'm not very sure about the enforcement in every country. In the country I live in, it's compulsory you wear masks. Otherwise you get fined. Okay. So we get fined. So it's like, how about your side, Mark?
Yeah, it's interesting. So where we are in Sydney, it's not it's interesting. It's not compulsory, but it's kind of socially unacceptable if you don't. Yeah.
Socially unacceptable.
Yeah. It's like if you're in the supermarket and you don't have a mask, everybody's like, "What are you doing? That's naughty." In Melbourne, which is Victoria, they've had an increase in coronavirus, and therefore it's mandatory there. And they're in lockdown, and they have curfew. They're not allowed out late at night. To get the numbers down there. But I think the most important thing here is that, again, it can be such a troubling time for people, but in times of pressure, in times of upheaval, we can determine whether we use those moments to either feel even more negative and anxious and stressed, or it can be a defining moment in our lives in which we choose to use that moment to take our lives to a whole new level. And so no matter what anxiety or stress we see, no matter, and I'm not discounting people losing their jobs and the impact, that's very, very hard to deal with. However, we have all the resources within us to turn those situations around. But on top of that, if you access the community that we have, the Succeed movement, not only will you have all the resources, but you'll have the resources that Success Resources provides too, and the community around you. It's like a triple whammy to make sure that you overcome and that you do succeed.
Yeah, because it's like, because of this new start, isn't it? I start to define success in a very different way too. Because last time it's like my success defined differently. But it's like through this group, isn't it? It also helped me to see that it's like the adjustment I need to have. Even though it's not really very directly, but you can see how people respond to the situations, then give you encouragement how you can proceed yours. Okay. Sometimes I'm not very sure about everybody, but I believe human beings tend to have the moment is like, oh, what happens? We pause. Then it's like when we pause, we start to have awareness, send out the signals to the universe to want to know that how we can do next to encounter this. And I just feel that Succeed movement for me, when Alex said that as Success Resources Mothership, Success Resources members need to be more active. Because of that, and I go in these few days, it trigger me how I define success. So it's like, for me, it's a big takeaway. And I believe that this takeaway will be impact me for the next few years. Because the small decisions, Yeah, I think that it will be powerful if because it's like a lot of time it's like we driven by the environment, but sometimes we don't talk to ourselves.
Yes.
No, and success movement for me, it helped me to start to question about myself and talk to myself. Okay, when I see other people's, I saw there's one member is very inspiring. Okay, there's a very old gentleman, and he
Yes.
started to share. Can you remember the sharing?
Yes.
Even though
His
it's very
video.
simple,
Yeah.
the videos,
Yes.
the old gentleman shared, and it's very simple, but
Mm.
it really triggered me too, you know, and it triggered me in a very positive way.
Mm. And it's amazing how, and just to follow on with that, it's amazing how it's easy for us to be around our own kind, so young with young, and mums with mums, or parents with parents. And what I love about the Succeed family is that, as you say, this guy was an older gentleman in a totally different part of the world than I'm in, totally different culture to me, and yet to listen to this guy and hear his experience and his heart and passion, that we're actually learning from one another in this cross kind of generational way, which can only improve each and every one of us, right?
Yeah. So just to remind every members of Success Resources who is
Yes.
watching this is a private group. So it's like when you request access, we will admit one by one. It's not automatic.
Mm.
Okay. So it's like there are also rules to become the members. There's also rules, right? Correct or not?
Rules.
There's rules.
Yes.
What is the
Important
rule?
rules.
There's important rules. The first
um,
one,
yep.
I love it most, is to be kind.
Mm-mm.
Okay. So it's like be kind is something very important, because
Yeah.
it's like if they say some people just they have frustrations, they
Mm,
just share the negative thought, and
mm,
it also give impact to other people.
that's right. That's right. And the reality is that we don't know what everybody else is going through, right? Somebody can say a comment, or or could be having a bad day, but if we all focus on being kind, then we're going to increase the vibration and the
Yes.
energy collectively.
That. And second thing, no bullying. Okay,
No.
because it's like we are in this environment, we are not, it's like it's every people talk about social distancing, right?
Mm, mm,
But here we encourage that social together. Okay,
that's
we
right.
connect together, we create a bond together.
Yes.
Okay, without limits, no matter where you're from. I saw the member is from Nepal.
Yes.
I saw the every member, like member from all part of the world,
Yeah.
and they sharing the situations, the positive side of their life. Okay, so the third one is no spam. Okay, how can you define a little bit no spam?
So spam is when you just go in the group and you just promote, your own products or services, or you promote your website. Or we don't want it to be this environment where we're just kind of trying to sell stuff. It doesn't create a fun environment. It feels it feels like you're at a supermarket and people are just trying to sell you stuff. So there are some people. This is what I say, June. I say, don't be a pigeon, right?
Uh,
And what that means is that some people, they come into the group and they swoop in, and they drop their poo on the floor, so that they drop their links in the group and they fly off again. We don't want people just flying in and promoting stuff and leaving again. We want a real family that are serving one another, supporting one another, and looking out for each other's success.
okay, so it's like the last one is respect privacy. Okay, I
Yes.
think this is very important for private groups. So this it would be a very safe place for Success Resources members, and you want to join Success Resources, this is a private group that is very safe for you and I to continue grow.
That's right. And there are things that are shared in the group that's private, it's sensitive information. So we ask people to just respect that and just keep that to themselves, keep it private, because that's what family does.
Okay, so it's like without further ado, remember to see the link on top, and our team members also type in the chat. So it's like the link above is we have a very nice domain, like Mark say, succeedmovement.com. Okay.
Beautiful.
And we want you to come together with us this movement, because let's succeed together in this new norm. And we are going to change the world together.
Absolutely. And make sure you jump in fast, because in a very short time, myself and Alex are going to go live in the group in just over an hour to launch our very first competition. And you can win iPads, iWatches, AirPods, and tickets to Tony Robbins and Alicia Power Within virtual. Get there.
Wow.
Get in the group.
Okay. If you like physical things, there's physical thing for you. There's iPad you can touch, iPod, okay, and there's also iWatch.
Yes.
If you like to continue learning, we give you the world #1 success coach, Tony Robbins.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So
So that's, I think it's like today life is like, can we stop here, or you want to say something else?
No, I think that's good. I'd love to just encourage people to, once they've joined the group, to go live and to introduce themselves to us and to answer those questions and share something about us that we don't know, that necessarily we don't know about you. So what I'd love for you to do is, when you join and you go live in the group, say, hey, I'm here because I saw Mark and June live on the Success Resources page, and I'm joining because of that. Your sound is gone. Where did your sound go? June muted herself.
June, welcome to our channel, and you have a brilliant mind.
Wait. There you are. June's got all of her, she's listening to some music, she's having a dance, she's talking to us. So whilst June fixes her computer, please do join us in the Succeed Movement family, the Facebook group of well over 2,000 people now from all over the world. And this is the beginning of the journey together. We are just getting started. We are less than 4 weeks old. And we are growing in our numbers with a vision to really inspire you to succeed in every single area of your life, with free resources provided and paid for by Success Resources. And then we've got some great missions and challenges and support to make sure that you do succeed in every area of your life. So you can go to succeedmovement.com or click on the link below that the team have put in the link below to click on the link and join. And we will certainly see you there. June, are you back with us?
I think I'm back. Just
yes,
like
you're back.
My computer have other sounds, because just now I'm watching some of the YouTube that previously I have put it up on the market. So it's like I watch it back. So it's like, oh, and they play, because it's like now it's on virtual. So that's why you can know that what I'm doing. While I'm watching. So it's like, okay. But we are family, and you are going to join Succeed Movement very soon. And I'm going to share about how I define success in a very short while in Succeed Movement. Let us stay connected and let us grow together. So thank you for today, and thank you, Mark, to come on the platforms. And I'm looking forward for your first challenge. Actually, they keep it so tight, and I'm still not very sure how is this movement going on. I'm still learning too. How to
all will be revealed.
Okay.
And I think we have a final video, don't we?
Yeah, we do have a final videos, but it's like both of us have to turn off our videos and mute ourselves. Then our tech team will play.
Thank you so much for having me, and we'll see you in the Succeed Movement. Take care, guys.
Take care. Bye. Bye.